Hello YouTubers. I have an iPhone 7 Plus here. Guess what's wrong with this one? Audio IC, the known defect of Apple's iPhone 7 Plus. So basically what I'm going to be doing on this one, customer said, this is brought in from another shop. Customer said the audio is not working on it. Can't make phone calls, FaceTime, or use voice memos. If you go to voice memos, it actually goes and says that there is no audio device found. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the audio IC chip up, take it apart, pull the audio IC chip up, and we're going to run a jumper wire from resistor 1103 to C12. You can run jumpers to the other ones. I'm going to go on the demonstration here what jumper wires we're going to be running. So if I pull up ZXW tools here, I got this is the iPhone 7. This one's the Qualcomm. I'm pretty sure this one's Intel one. But same thing for the audio IC, not, parts for board, but how they're placed, the audio IC. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be running the jumper wire right here from 1103, resistor 1103 to C12. And some people run jumpers to F12, C3220. And also they run jumpers here from the H12. And that's resistor 3103. And then people sometimes run the jumper to this one, all 4 of them. I usually just run it to this one. I don't have any issues. I mean, the board is more prone to being bent right there in that area because of a weak spot. But it's basically how it is why the defect is here, is how the pads just like they cut and they turn right here at the chip, which you can see in other videos that I have too. But let's get started. Now I'm going to show you how the phone actually boots up. It's crazy how long it takes. So this is another sign too, that the phone, if it takes forever to boot up. So we're going to let that boot and see how long it takes to boot. Usually the sign too, like if you don't have your audio's going in and out, Siri's not working, your FaceTime, your calling, your voice memos, recording apps, and also your phone taking forever, years to boot. So let's just let this one boot. Usually sometimes it'll like boot loop for like at least 2 to 3 times before turning on. Sometimes that's another sign. So we're just gonna let this boot. I'm gonna show you in real time, not fast forwarding the video, just so you know how long it takes. And mainly to boot the phone up to show you that what it's saying. No audio device detected. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, if you guys get a second, While this is booting up, subscribe to my channel. Also, give this video a thumbs up after you're done watching it or now. Appreciate it. Should boot here shortly. Might have to give it a couple more minutes. It's already been 3 minutes. Close to. I could not deal with my phone taking this long to boot. Alright, should boot any time here. Say this is like one of the longest phones I've seen with the audio IC boot issue. Oh, there it boot looped again. There it goes. Alright, so there you see it booted. What did that take? Almost 5 minutes to boot. Alright, so I'm going to enter the password. Alright, so I got the password here. Try not to show any customer data here. So we got the phone here, and you can see that there's voice memos here. So we'll click on voice memos, and the red button is appearing. It is highlighted. I'll show you under the other camera. So you can see that we got, it's highlighted. So if we tap this, no audio device found. What kind of crap is that? Come on, Apple. You're supposed to have audio on this phone, right? It's a phone. So again, that's a sign. I mean, it's highlighted, but it says no audio device found or detected, as you would want to say. So alright, so got that off. I can power off the phone. Take this thing apart. Find any of my magnets here. Okay, I do see some signs of liquid damage a little bit. None of the stickers be tripped, but let's take these security screws out of here. And the security screws are kind of stripped out. Alright, we can disconnect that battery. Disconnect the camera over here. Speaker stuff. Yeah, these got the wrong screws in them. And I believe I don't know, Apple sometimes does use the regular Phillips at the top here, so on these 7. Alright, so I'm going to disconnect the screen there. Alright, so we got that disconnected. Screen removed from there. Yeah, you can see some gunk down here. Pull up the microscope. So we got some type of stuff on there. You know, I'm curious to see if the phone, let's look over here, some of these components over here. Okay, nothing looks to appear to be damaged. Alright. So since we see some type of liquid at the bottom there, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the bottom connector here. And we're going to plug the screen in and see how it boots. Could be an issue with the actual, you know, water got in the bottom here, the microphone or something, causing something to ground out. So let's just put the screen back on, test it, see how it boots. See if it takes a year to boot or 5-minute boot like it did before. Alright, so it's taking forever. She already booted. So let's take the board out so we can get to the audio IC. Alright. One thing I gotta get is a standoff driver, but I don't know. I've always liked the Philip or the flathead regular. Alright, so we need to magnetize that. The standoff came with it. Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't just use one screw. The squeaky screwdriver. Alright. Pull that out of here. You got Phillips over here. Alright. It's one connector still plugged in. And the board should just come out. There we go, we got the board out. It's a 32 gig. So our audio IC is going to be on this side. Alright, so what I'm going to do is remove the sticker. Just going to add some heat to it. Alright, so we got the sticker off. Set that to the side. So there's the audio IC. It's just my signature mark. Just gonna overlook this board. I mean, because that's like signs of liquid right there. You can see that. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna grab my preheater here. Put this down there. I'm gonna tape off the other side. Alright, so I got that in the holder. I have to lift my microscope up a little bit here. So that's the audio IC that we're going to be removing. That we're going to be placing our jumper wire on this resistor right here, going from here. Alright, so we got the board on there. Now I'm going to turn on my preheater. But first I'm going to tape off some areas. Of the NAND area here. And we can tape off some areas over here. Then I'm going to grab some shields. We're going to place that right there. Place the other one over here. So we got them all like shielded off. So we got the chip there. Now I'm going to turn my preheater on. We don't need that temperature. I got it up way too high. So I'm going to go to lowest temperature, about 80 Celsius. Let that pre-warm a little bit. Then we're going to put some flux down. Yeah, the preheater helps a lot taking it off. Alright, we're going to lay some flux down. What I like to do is I like to take off this cap here first, just so I get some room taken off the audio IC. I'm going to try to do a clean lift so I don't have to reball it. We can just run our jumper wire. I don't know why my thing's being... Alright, so that's pretty warmed up. Now I'm just going to come in here, take this cap off first. Fume extractor on. Ooh, it's hot, hot, hot. Alright, so we got the cap off. Set that to the side. Yeah, I don't know where my other tweezers went for some reason. I really don't like these. I'm just going to add a little bit more flux because I want a clean lift off this. Yeah, I don't know. I'll go the other way. Alright, so we got a clean lift. Let that cool for a second. Looks good to me. No pads are oxidized or anything like that. So what we're going to do is just run our jumper wire to that pad right there. Let's just check continuity. Just curious. So I like to check them. Alright, so let's run our jumper. We can turn off the preheater. So again, we are going to run our jumper wire here from this resistor to this pad. And that's showing underneath the microscope. So I got some little thin speaker wire here I like using for this job. Have to grab a little piece here. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just lay down a little bit of flux next to the wire. There we go. We're going to tin that wire. It really sucks being right-handed doing this. I have to get some solder on there. See, I don't know what happened to my iFixit tweezers. I like those because they're bent for this job. These ones just suck. You can see that ball just move. I want to show you guys that under camera real quick. Let's zoom in here. You can see this ball right here. It's not even attached. See how it's just moving, flaking around the pad? See, I can just take it out of there. See, that pad is just gone. Not even supposed to move. So there, that was the problem. You can see the ball is just sitting right on top there. I didn't even tap it. So that's the ball on the tip of the tweezers. Or the pad. It's just ridiculous. But we know that was the issue. It was still barely making connection. Alright, so what I'm going to do is cut it if I can find my blade. There we go. Grab the rest of the wire out of there. Then I'm going to grab a pick here. Let's kind of flatten this down. So there we go, we got our pad. I'm just going to carefully scrape off the top layer of this. I mean, it should be fine where I cut it, but I just wanted to make more connection with the pad. Should be good. Alright, now I'm going to clean it up. And we're going to apply some UV curing glue to it. So you can see we got our pad made. Nice and center in there. Alright, so I'm going to try to get a little bit more cleaner. Alright, that should be good enough. I'm going to grab some curing, UV curing stuff. I'm just going to grab a little bit of the knife here. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so I'm going to cure it right now under the UV light. Let it sit there for at least a minute. Alright, so that's done curing. Let it cure for a couple minutes. We could just poke at it. Yep, it's cure. Alright, so all we have to do now is place the chip back down. Alright, so I'm going to clean the audio IC a little bit. Just before we put it down. It's a good idea so you can see the direction that you're putting it to. Alright. just so you don't have no particles in it. Let's see if we focus on that. See how there's a little gunk still? I don't know if you can see it. The light's too bright. There's still some gunk right there. It's clean over here, but a little dirty still, so. Alright, that should be good. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the preheater. Get our direction of our chip here. Just gonna let this heat up just a little bit so then the flux could just get around liquidy evenly. Alright, looks good. Place our chip here. Might have to hold it in place just a little bit. But that looks about good right there. So I'm just going to roll with it. Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more flux. Ooh, that didn't go good there. There we go. There, I'm just knocking it in place there. Alright, I'm gonna let that cool down. What's up, Stinky? Huh. Alright, so we got the chip on there now. Now we just have to put our capacitor back in place there. So let's do that. Grab the capacitor. Try to place this in here. See, air always helps you. Alright, so that should be good. I don't know if you guys can see that. Get my little tool here. Alright, so we got our cap in there nice and even to the T. Even row of capacitors. Now we're going to turn the preheater off and we're just going to clean it up. Rapid Cool technology. Getting all our flux off of here. Alright, that's good enough. She was in the Rapid Cool technology to cool down the board here, you know. So we can take all this stuff off of here. Except one little guy fell off here, I think. Well, that was a guy from before. Sitting on the board. Just double checking. We're all good. Let's just clean it up. Make the board look pretty. Clean it enough that we don't have to, you know, run it under the cleaner. Instead of taking the other shield and everything off. Alright, we're good to go. That's why it's always good to look at your tape. Alright, so I'm going to stick the board by the Rapid Cool technology here. Let that cool the board down. Put my preheater away. And let that cool down for a second. Alright, so the board's cool. Alright, what we're going to do now is just put the board back together. Test it. See how fast it boots up. First I'm going to put the shield back on it, because I know it's a fix. Just going to pre-warm the board so I can stick the sticker back on. Could use a piece of Captain tape, but I like to put it back together like it's never been touched. Been Apple modified. I don't want to stick. There it goes. No. I had it. Here it's sticking. Alright, so it's good to go. Alright, we got that all in place. We got that in there. Connectors are always fun putting together. It's always easier under the microscope, I guess. That one does not want to go in. I'm gonna do it off microscope. There we go. Alright, so we got everything connected there. Let's plug the screen in, give it a test. Before assembling it all together, I'm pretty sure it works. Even though that my chip went off to the side a little bit. These boards take a lot of heat for some reason, a lot of mass. Just so many components on it, I guess. Take this crap off. Alright, we got the battery in there. Let's power it up. Let's see how long it takes to boot. Remember, it took 5 minutes to boot before. They're already, look at that. It's already at the boot screen. There we go. Look how fast that booted. You see how fast that booted? That booted, what, 30 seconds. So we go to voice memos. Remember it said could not find audio device, right? Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Audio fixed. Test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Audio fixed. Alright, so we have a fixed iPhone 7. This one was no audio. It said no audio device. The red circle appeared, but it just said no audio device detected. So one more time I'm going to power off the phone just to show you how fast it booted. Wait till it powers off. Remember, it took 5 minutes, and that's how long it took, and no audio. Could not make FaceTime or calls. Alright, so I'm powering it up. There we go. Remember, it took 5 minutes before. So that's another sign right there that you have audio. And you could see that we took the audio IC off. And when we took the audio IC off, you could see when I was running the jumper wire and I just tapped the pad. And by tapping the pad, it fell, basically it was just disconnected, you know, but it showed a little continuity because I was pressing down on the probes on the pad, so I was making connection. And then they were saying there was no audio device found, you know. Now there's audio. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. And so by running that jumper wire from the C12 pad to the resistor 1103, we fixed the issue. And you can see in the video, in the middle of the video, you could see when I removed it and I was running the jumper wire in the video, you could see the ball I just tapped it and it just came free, and it was on the end of my tweezers. So we know this is a common issue, you know, Apple should recall this. It's not fair to customers, you know, but that's basically showing you how to repair the audio IC. It's a big problem. I fixed lots of them, and it should be addressed. Hope you guys liked my video. If you guys get a chance and you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. And as always, thanks for watching.